What? Well, good afternoon. We are here at the fabulous Walker Dome at the 2024 MRDA Champs. This is your bronze medal game between the Magic City Misfits and Tyne and Fear. I am King Crazy.
And I am Holly. And it's been a wonderful weekend so far, but this is where it really picks up pace. We are fighting for the medals.
Shiny things.
Very shiny things. Prizes to take away. So both teams absolutely bringing everything this weekend. But this is the one that's going to tell them whether they go home with the shiny, shiny, shiny medals or if they go home just with pride. And we're going to take you through the Tyne and Fear roster. Playing today is 0191 Brains, number 1 Dark Matter, number 104 Max Speed, number 110 Force of Nature, number 137 Fubar, number 1905 Eek, number 320 Kraken, 332 Furicorn, 333 Terremoto, number 64 60 Quad Bit, number 82 Dog, number 831 Mustache, number 88 Calamity, number 9 Moo, and number 99 Sparky. And
we'll go through the Magic City roster shortly. Magic City are in the white, Tyne and Fear in the black. And we have Bratz jamming first up against Sparky.
Holding it very tight at the back wall. Sparky trying that inside line, is closing down. Space opening at the front as that pack spreads long.
Sparky digging in, trying to get past just Mike at the front and streak, and does so first. Lead jammer goes to Tyne and Fear.
Star pass by Bratz, straight over the shoulder, going to Princess.
Ooh, Sparky, yeah, he made it.
Solid jump there by Sparky. Princess also being held. Very good blocking here by Max Speed.
Calamity James and Brains there.
A very solid tripod. We've seen them earlier today. They are still feeling, well, certainly looking very, very fresh-footed. And this is a really solid start for the hosts, Tyne and Fear.
So that's the thing, obviously Tyne and Fear played not the game before that in that heartbreaker against Denver.
3 points.
I know.
Sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched it back yet. But yeah,
well, we've already told you this is the third place game, so a bit too late for spoilers.
Oh, Brains with a really good close down on that inside line. We are still waiting for an initial pass for Magic City and Princess, who's taken that pass. We are edging out, going reverse now. Both jammers not to the outside line. Sparky also deciding to follow it round almost an entire lap. Sparky has, of course, already picked up 4 points.
And we have a cut. I think cut 2 of his own.
Princess for Magic City Misfits picking up a cutting penalty on the inside just before that jam was called to an end. Sparky calling it, which means 8 points on the board for Tyne and Fear and a power start. Magic City Misfits yet to score, but we are only in jam number 1.
We are only in jam number 1, and it will be Moo that takes the star for this power start for Tyne and Fear.
Moo being a very solid jammer in the game against Denver earlier.
Just interesting, I've noticed that Magic City have put Rollermite out as pivot.
Ooh. Princess, of course, in the penalty box as the Magic City Misfits jammer, usually a pivot, so it's a very, very sensible option, I believe, for the team in white today.
Rollermite proving that he's just as effective as blocking, better known as a jammer, of course.
Yep, long track around, that was almost an entire lap before Moo was awarded lead jammer, but lead has gone to Tyne and Fear.
Dog trying to create some chaos on that inside line, trying to clean out Cockmass.
Some good work there by the Magic City Misfits, and a long drawback.
I think we've got some more backwards derby.
Yep. Chef drawing it all the way around. Again, we've almost done an entire lap backwards now. These jammers really getting some steps in today.
Yeah, Princess making sure this time has passed the star to Rolomite. A more regular jammer, shall we say.
As a forearms penalty has been issued to Moo.
No, it wasn't to Moo, it was
I
to...
apologise.
It was to one of the blockers. I think it was Chef. I'm just going to run through the Magic City roster very quickly, because we've not done that yet. Skating in the white, 0-3, Dizzy Easy. Number 10, Rolomite. 1-1-1, Dakia Agresta. 1-2-9, Princess. 1-9, Streak. 2-7, Bratz. 2-7-7, Here Majesté. Number 3, BA. 4-4, Chef. 5-1-5, Just Mike. 6-9, Cockness. 7-7, Murph. 8-1-8, Quad in Dirty. 86, Buster, and 9904 with the star right now is Bones.
Yep, Magic City Misfits in their game last night against Gatekeepers ran almost without fail a 4-jammer rotation. It looks like they're putting the same rotations on at the moment. With Bones, a very solid jammer for them. Bouncing around the inside line, but just taken out by Max Speed. And that lead has gone to Dark Matter for Tyne and Fear.
3 for 3 lead jammer so far for Tyne and Fear.
Again, really solid start. It's exactly what they want. I think they're coming in off of a high amount of confidence from that previous game, but hopefully not having used up all of their power. Wonderful work there, just sliding, side surfing around the outside line on turn number 2. Dark Matter picking up 4 points for Tyne and Fear.
So Tyne and Fear Wall seem to be really on it at the minute. The Magic City Jammers really could do with some magic to get through these walls.
They can do. I think they, if they've watched the game previously, I'm sure they'll be focused on a defensive start. So leaving their jammers to their own basically to start off with. They did have some fantastic offense coming in last night's game. Once again, if you have not seen that, do go and watch it. It was a belter of a game. But Magic City yet to get off of the starting blocks with regards to points in this game.
Yeah, 18-0, but still 3 jams, only 5 minutes gone. And obviously there was the power jam and the power start that played a part in that. While we have seen Rolomite with the star, we have yet to see him start with the star.
We have yet to see him start. According to their jam rotation, I reckon he'll probably be on next.
Well, it might be Bratz next.
It might be Bratz again, yes. And lead jammer goes to the Magic City Misfits. That is Takia Grestia.
And I think Mustache has been called for a... No. I did see a penalty. Oh, Dakiera Gresta has picked up the back block penalty for the hit on Terremoto. Oh, good work again, Dizzy Izzy. I've been impressed with Dizzy Izzy and Murph, the games that I've seen for Magic City.
Hugely, working so well, so cohesively. Just really solid and consistent in their type of play, working together.
And smart as well from Dizzy Izzy there. Got stopped on the recycle first by 60 quad bit and then just found the gap and got through. Mustache is going to sit in the Cloud 7 penalty box.
It's the first power jam now for Magic City Misfits. Tyne and Fear have only picked up 2 penalties so far in this game.
Both in this jam?
Both in this jam, yes. So the Cloud 7 penalty box currently just with
Mustache in at the moment.
And that's a lovely pass through for Takia Resta.
Of course, this jam will go 2 minutes because Dakia Resta.
Beautiful apex jump on turn number 2 by Takia Gresta. Tyne and Fear not able to reply. Saki comes around for another scoring pass, dipping down under the outside. Beautiful work there. Lots and lots of tools in that jammer's toolbox.
And in Mustache's that beautiful pirouette. It's changed the leggings though. The baked beans have gone.
No more beans.
No more beans.
Not running on beans power, but running on some kind of power. That outside line just eaten up by Mustache. Taki going for it as well, closed down by Dog, and now we've got some great work by 60 quad bit at the front. Just holding off a full pass at the end of that jam, but points on the board for both sides.
Here is that beautiful apex jumps once more against some Taki Agresta. Absolutely fantastic.
I've been informed Mustache is actually wearing aubergine leggings today. So 16 points now on the board for Magic City Misfits, all collected in that jam. They are 10 behind Tyne and Fear, who are on 26.
This is the jammer race I wanted to see, Rolomite and Sparky. And Rolomite is through, does pick up lead. BA and Just Mike doing a great job slowing Sparky down. Reverse apex jump. And
oh, good lockdown. A knock to the infield on.
there's all sorts going on here.
Yes.
There's even two of us and we still can't keep up with it all. But Sparky is back in on a scoring pass with a combination of Just Mike and Streak slowed him down that time. That time, though, was only 2 blockers. It does make it a little easier for the Jammers.
Big offense coming in.
Cockness, that was, with a hit on Calamity James. Rollermite calls the jam.
A little spin at the end, gets his hips around, picks up the points. 8 points to Magic City Misfits, 6 to Tyne and Fear in that jam.
So 32-24, 9 minutes gone. Just a reminder, Magic City in the white, Tyne and Fear in the black. And this is the bronze medal matchup.
It is indeed.
There's shiny things to be won.
We're going into an official timeout. And our timeouts today are brought to you by the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians skater Zero, who is one of the officials here this weekend, not on this game, but has been on games previously, was awarded the first Volunteer of the Year award at the 2023 MRDA Western Hemisphere Cup. We're excited to see who wins the award today, but if you want to know more about that, an interview will be taking place at halftime. You may have seen the visuals. You will get the audio for that interview at halftime this game. So if you want to know more about the Volunteer of the Year award, stay tuned between the two periods. I mean, you're not going to go anywhere. This is such a great day of action. But do stay tuned, keep your audio on, and have a listen to the interview with Zero at halftime.
Perfectly timed.
Thank you.
And we have number 9, Move for Tyne and Fear, number 27, Brats for Magic City. Jammers of the right now, trademark Lilac Slim.
There's a pause happening, just in play though, not in gameplay. Everybody just holding very solid defense. It is Magic City at the front. Oh, a lovely whip round on the jersey. Moo is lead jammer, but being followed out very swiftly by Barats. Both jammers now coming round. The pack has moved through to turn number 2. Hitting the back of the pack at the same time. Barats taken out, jumps back on around the outside of the down blockers.
There was 4 points picked up there.
So maybe getting hips through first.
Combination of Cockness and Mars forcing Moo off the track. Cockness will go to the council and penalty box, though.
So a high five from Murph to Moo, though. So no hard feelings. 3 points to Tyne and Fear in that jam, 4 to Magic City Misfits. Our score is currently 35 to Tyne and Fear, 28 to Magic City Misfits. If it stays in this type of an outcome, it is going to be an upset.
But we do have a power jam.
We do have a power jam in favour of Tyne and Fear, so they can continue this. Dark Matter with Brats for Magic City starting in the penalty box.
Yeah, picked up a back block at the end of that previous jam.
Dark Matter, big smile on his face.
But that smile, I have to say, it was matched, though, by Princess.
Absolutely.
I think it's been a long weekend for both these sides. It's the third game for each of them. That time, Princess gets the better of the battle, knocks Dark Matter to the inside. And again.
These players know good derby when they play good derby. We have had Barats released from the penalty box. Looking to play some defensive jammer, but now coming up against Calamity James, max speed and brains. The star pass has been taken by Just Mike. Just Mike now the jammer for Magic City Misfits and breaking free.
So Tyne and Fear do like running jams long, and I think especially with the star pass, I think they probably will take the chance on this one. It's not a star pass to Rollermite.
It isn't, but Just Mike has barreled through the middle, picks up those points. And
Dark Matter's got a cut. Sorry to cut you off there, Holly, my fault. My bad.
No, don't worry, the cuts are all round. Yes, Dark Matter getting a cutting penalty, so now there is going to be the full 2 minutes with Just Mike for Magic City Misfits getting a forearm penalty. Looked to try and go back on the track after that final piece of action, but picked up a forearm penalty. Lots of action in this jam. So this will release Dark Matter back to the track.
And Just Mike is already standing, so Just Mike should be out of the penalty box before the jam comes to an end.
He is indeed now back on track, but this pack has rotated around to the home straight. Recycle on dark matter back to turn number 4, whilst Tyne and Fear are sitting in the middle by the pivot line. Space given up for Just Mike as he barrels through. And the natural conclusion of that jam sees us with 8 points for Magic City Misfits and 8 points for Tyne and Fear.
And there was something that happened at the end that I was looking for. Dark Matter and Princess with a little hand slaps.
Of course.
For the fun and games that they had earlier in that jam.
It's all in. I know it is a medal game. It is an important game. But at the end of the day, everybody is here to enjoy themselves.
So we have a 4-on-2 pack advantage. Ooh, not just yet.
Oh, wait for it. Gotta wait for it. Nearly, but not quite. We're just going to wait for it. We're just sorting out a few of the penalty box questions that have come through. But this is only going to be a very short timeout. It was brought to you by the Cleveland Guardians, but we are going to jump back into the action.
Yes, we have Mustache against Rollermite. 4-on-2 pack advantage for Tyne and Fear. Doesn't always mean much against Rollermite.
Or against these two blockers, you've already given them lots of props beforehand.
Oh, Dizzy, Izzy and Murph.
Indeed.
As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, it's got to be those two.
Oh, but fantastic work there, Mustache. A lovely spin round outside of turn number 1. Lead jammer going to Tyne and Fear, but Rollermite...
He needs to look over his shoulder. Look how fast Rollermite has closed that gap. Tries to find it. Both jammers tried to find a gap on the inside. Neither was successful.
Terremoto with the knockout, and it looks like it's Fubar with the drawback, but Rollermite finds the outside line and has now broken free from that pack, picking up 4 points for Magic City.
Yeah, Magic City have the 4-on-3 pack advantage at the minute as Mustache takes a tumble. And it's Bratz, I think, who is still from the star pass, was trapped in the box at the end, has gone back to the box as a blocker. Oh, nice.
Nice to see that on camera. The one hand down, Mustache foiling that drawback and picking up a set of points for Tyne and Fear. We are getting quite a few people in the Cloud 7 penalty box. 3-on-3 in the pack. No offense now, so these jammers are having to do their own work. And we are into the 2nd minute of this jam.
Magic City currently leading the jam 8-4.
I said no offense, but Murph is certainly going, no, we can do both. We can do both, offense and defense.
Yeah, I believe it.
However, Mustache has taken that advantage over Rollermite. Rollermite now just being recycled back into the pack, but it spreads long, and he gets around the inside of Fubar.
That's not an easy task to do.
Magic City now with 4 back on track, so they have split 2 and 2. And guess who 2 here are opting on defense?
Rollermite sneaks through on the inside. We, at the moment, as things stand, have a lead change. But we'll see what happens. Does Mustache have points in the pocket? Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've got another one of those games. Look at that from Mustache.
I don't think Tyne and Fear will have like any hair left by the end of this day.
But what we do have is an official review.
Oh my goodness.
And the official reviews are brought to you by Filet Official. He started their derby career as a player and started learning how to officiate in 2018. Retired from playing in 2022 and transferred to Pittsburgh as an official in the spring of 2023. And she has over 100 games as an on-skates official.
Superb work. Thank you for sponsoring our official reviews, Filet Official. You may have seen...
It's a great name as well.
It's a great name, but you may have also seen their photo popping up if you've been watching the stream before we get to the action. So thank you for sponsoring. Sponsors do help this game run, but the other thing that helps this game run is the hosts, the volunteers here at Tyne and Fear Roller Derby. They are on track today, but they are also the hosts for this entire weekend, taking place at the Walker Dome up in Newcastle, United Kingdom. So I've been informed by our fabulous producer, Stormageddon, next to me. Magic City Misfits have had 4 jammer penalties. Tyne and Fear have only had 2 jammer penalties in the 8 jams that we have had.
It's interesting as well, looking at the penalties. Tyne and Fear have only had 5 in total through 8 jams, whereas Magic City are on 14. This was something I noticed in the semi-final against Denver as well. Tyne and Fear, certainly compared to Denver, was skating much cleaner. It was virtually 2-1 in terms of penalties.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was fatigue more than anything else that took over Tyne and Fear. They do like, we know from experience, we are both UK announcers, that Tyne and Fear do like to run full 2-minute jams. So they have been building up their strength and stamina, but I do think at this level of play, those 2-minute jams just took a little out of them in the Denver game.
All right. So we have Sparky up against Bones. We'll let you know what that official review was about shortly. Although Tyne and Fear, the dot has gone by their name, so I'm guessing they've lost it, whatever it was. And both jammers fighting hard. Max Speed doing a brilliant job holding back Bones, and Sparky is through as lead jammer. Max Speed, one of the juniors that has aged up this year. And we have a star pass. Streak now has the star. That's a superb juke.
Sparky finds that inside line. Now both jammers round for a scoring pass. Sparky's picked up 4. Are Tyne and Fear going to do this long run? Lovely slice through by Streak, but it is a cut penalty issued. So this is now power jam in favour of Tyne and Fear. They've got the opportunity to stretch this lead out.
Yeah, see what they did. There's part of me that sits and thinks you've got a pivot jammer in the box. Do you freeze it, ice them, and start afresh, which is what Sparky's doing.
But also we are talking about Sparky. He is very good at picking up points, especially when it is moving at pace.
And we're also talking that it's Streak, and let's face it, there's not a lot that Streak can't do on skates over the years.
That is true. So just giving you the information from the official review in the previous jam, Tyne and Fear did request a forearms penalty on Rollermite, who was the jammer at the time. No penalty call stands, and the official review was indeed lost. 13 minutes, 33 seconds left in this game. Tyne and Fear, our hosts, playing in black on 63 points against Magic City Misfits in white on 52.
And we have Moo jamming one-on-one with Murph up front. Just manages to get past. Obviously, Streak still in the Cloud 7 penalty box.
Tyne and Fear set up on the back line, full set of blockers. Dog coming in for some offense as Moo comes round. But that is closed down by Magic City Misfits, and Moo taken to the infield.
There's a few bodies going here, there, and everywhere, but going through the pack is Moo.
Star pass is attempted, but Tyne and Fear are losing blockers.
And star pass has now been completed. Murph now has the star.
And coming round on a scoring pass. Tyne and Fear with just Fubar and Dog on turn number 3.
Now, the outside pack ref, Homer you didn't, is signalling that Murph is not the jammer.
But Murph has picked up a penalty.
Or, no, maybe Murph got the penalty on a cut. Because I saw the high block I thought was signalled for Streak, which on a star pass is something that you see quite frequently, an incidental high block.
It can be receiver or giver. That just pausing, I think Moo just slightly running out of steam, aware that there is a lot of action in the Cloud 7 penalty box. Calls that to an end to start on a power start for Tyne and Fear. Has already picked up 12 points in this jam though, so we're not saying he's just tapped out early. It's just a good strategic move, 75 points. Tyne and Fear currently plays 52 for Magic City.
So I think we've got an official timeout. There is some discussions taking place, potentially about who the Magic City Jammer is.
It would be nice for us to be aware of that, if you wouldn't mind clarifying. Thank you very much. Again, our wonderful producer, Storm, again, has given me just a little bit of statistics happening on the side. Tyne and Fear have taken 80% of the leads in this game. Certainly is working in their favour, point-wise. But again, we looked at the penalties earlier, King Crazy, and again, 17 points for Magic City Misfits, only 8 for Tyne and Fear. So Magic City Misfits with more than double Tyne and Fear's amount of penalties. It's not massively detrimental until we get situations like this, where there are 2 or more blockers in the penalty box, Cloud 7 penalty box.
Speaking of Cloud 7, they create fully custom roller derby uniforms and apparel. Our individual team web stores provide a quick, streamlined ordering process with no minimum order quantities, built for qualities, built for ease and built for speed. We're putting the silver lining back in uniform organisation. And just like the weather here in Newcastle, Cloud has got you covered. So yeah, the discussions as to what's happened, we have switched across So Streak is now sat as a jammer. Murph has been released from the box.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Murph was actually ever told they were out of play.
I believe like the jammer referee may have indicated a cutting penalty. It's clearly not the clearest for everyone here. We apologise that we didn't pick up on that, but the officials are just sorting it out. So yeah, Murph has gone back to their team's bench, and Streak sat as the jammer for Magic City Misfits.
So Streak as jammer, and there are two blockers, Force and Nature, Dog for Tyne and Fear, sat in the penalty box. It will be a power jam start, but a 4-on-2 pack disadvantage as things stand.
Well, you do say sat, Force of Nature standing with 10, so it would be a very quick moment before Tyne and Fear come back up to a 3-set. They've got Dog and Calamity James and Dark Matter as their jammer. But that is a solid Magic City 4-wall also lined up.
So Magic City trying to run away at the start. So I'm guessing Takiera Glesta is out with the pivots right now, along with Buster, BA and Princess. Streak comes herring out of the box.
That was a good, solid hit in, making sure Tyne and Fear are not sleeping. Oh.
A beautiful apex jump from Streak, who's now going jammer on Dark Matter.
They're facing off against each other. Dark Matter dodging that last hit. Penalty box has now been cleared out. So Cloud 7 penalty box empty for this moment.
I think Streak was expecting Dark Matter to call that as he got closer to the pack, and Dark Matter's carried on, and it's paid off as Streak has picked up a forearms penalty.
Yeah, hasn't been listening to our commentary on the 2-minute jams from Tyne and Fear.
Absolutely. See, this is why you watch the stream, folks.
Well, even whilst in the game.
Absolutely. Somebody in the bench watching the stream. You can have 4 in the bench these days.
Yeah,
someone can sat there with some headphones on.
7 points picked up by Tyne and Fear's Dark Matter. However, Streak did get 1 point.
So that was a lovely spin move and then a little apex hop from Streak.
Yeah, 1 more point for Magic City Misfits. They're on 53. Tyne and Fear on 82. Tyne and Fear, your hosts, in black.
We're having an official timeout being signalled by the penalty box.
Oy.
Oh, Fubar takes the tumble into the middle.
Oh, it's just a bit of confusion there as to whether that was the start whistle or the official timeout whistle. It's the official timeout whistle.
But nice hug between Cockness and Fubar there, because I think, assuming it was Cockness that delivered the hit that put Fubar down, because it was right on the edge of the 5 seconds.
It was. It's understandable that it was not necessarily clear on that change. So we're currently seeing some health and medical professionals in the penalty box, in the Cloud 7 penalty box. So whilst we take this official timeout, we'll go back to our timeout sponsor, the Cleveland Guardians. They do hold an annual clinic and scrimmage event called Summer Affair, which has people from all around the world. It also has coaches, instructors, and educators from all around the world taking part in this. They run all kinds of workshops, scrimmages, and a whole host of other events during that event. Next year, they'll be celebrating the 10th anniversary of Summer Affair with a 3-day weekend between August the 8th to the 10th. So if you're in the Cleveland area, head on over, get yourself a ticket.
And speaking of 10, Rollamite has replaced Streak in the box. Streak, we think, had a little bit of blood just coming from his mouth. So Rollamite will be the jammer. Mustache is the jammer for Tyne and Fear, taken it all the way back by Chef. And then help from Dog manages to get past Chef. But there's still 3 more there waiting. Just Mike, Dizzy, Izzy and Murph. As Rollamite, that penalty has been killed. And Rollamite is out and lead.
The Magic City Misfits with the lead. And now pace is picking up around to the pack. Just 2, Calamity James and Fubar at the back. Torimoto and Fubar not able to hold. Rollamite bursting through.
So this is what, currently 29 points down. Rollamite and Magic City choosing to run this jam.
That looks like Murph doing a solid job holding. Oh, just lost her attention very briefly. Moustache finds that outside line.
And just as that was happening, Fubar was shutting the inside line on Rollermite and forcing him to recycle.
I think this is a really good jam from both sides. Magic City picking up 8 points, Tyne and Fear 4. This has broken Tyne and Fear's streak.
No streak plays for Magic City.
Thank you very much. This has broken their lead jammer 6 streak, 6 jam in a row.
Right, I get you.
I have words, I just can't put them in order, sorry. 86 points to Tyne and Fear, 61 to Magic City Misfits, just over 8.5 minutes left in this period.
And we have Bratz in the white for Magic City, Sparky in the black for Tyne and Fear with the stars.
He's like, would you take this jammer from me, please? Sparky taken, but he wants that space. He likes that space. Lead has gone to Bratz. But Sparky's broken out about a third of a lap behind.
Not be a third of a lap behind for long. He's into the pack, he's scoring.
He is into the pack, slightly backwards. Is recycled back on the inside by
Magic
BA.
City.
I think it was BA as well.
But yeah, both jammers picked up 4 points so far. Bratz taken to the outside by Max Speed. 4-4 on that jam.
Max Speed having a really good defensive game in this game here.
Max Speed having a really good tournament, I have to say.
He is having a very good
He's a
tournament.
newer skater to me.
He is. He's doing a fantastic job. He's really settled into Tyne and Fear's adult team here, having played for the in the juniors teams.
It does help that he's bigger than all of them.
I mean, he is twice my height, but he's really settled into the way that they play, and he's an absolute asset to this team.
He's one of the few people in Derby that's on eye level with me without skates on.
You may hear in the background on your feed now, moo calls from the crowd, not boos. That's lead jammer to Tyne and Fear.
Rollermite, though, is chasing hard. That's one thing you've got to love about Rollermite. If he's not lead, you're not going to have long to sleep because he will chase you down.
Yeah, never stops putting the work in. Having to work hard now, though, at the moment. Tyne and Fear's wall recycling around 60 quad bit, not quite able to hold on that inside. Rollermite has broken out, picking up 4 more points for Magic City. Moo taken down to the ground on the outside, is recycled back and deciding to carry on with this play.
Yeah, it's caught in dirty that did the damage that time.
Both jammers breaking out only about 15 feet behind each other. And that pack rolls back towards turn number 2.
There was only 3 points. It was a 3-point pass at some point for Moo, so there was a no pass, no penalty. Murph again, although that one was illegal.
Moo very steadily watching what's happening with the refs there. That's really good awareness from the Tyne and Fear jammer. Moo coming back in on another scoring pass. Knocked out by Chef. I am surprised, so we've not said Rollermite's name too often, but he's been held very solid out the back by New World Order.
Tyne and Fear.
Tyne and Fear, I do apologise. It's automatic.
Newcastle, New World Order, that's what I'll give you.
Thank you. And Moo knocked out one more time by Quad and Dirty, calls that jam to an end.
And Rollermite give in props to all of the Tyne and Fear blockers there at the end.
Honestly, it's not often in a jam you don't mention Rollermite's name 100 times for the points, for the passes.
For the apex jumps.
Exactly, so Tyne and Fear doing a blasting job there, being able to hold Rollermite back on turn number 2 for a good 20, 30 seconds.
So we do have an official timeout. So I'm just talking about something a little different.
Ooh.
So you will understand what I mean when I say skater crush. Somebody that you just love watching skate. There's nothing sort of untoward about it. It's just somebody that you love watching skate.
Sure.
Usually it's jammers. I am developing a skater crush on Murph. I'm loving watching Murph's blocking.
It is very solid. It's a fantastic way of bringing height changes with that really low, really solid hips down blocking, as well as some really, really fantastic shoulder work. So Murph's really good at getting low, going sideways and holding solid, but then comes back up with the shoulders. Not a short blocker at all. So able to use that height difference in the different ways of blocking to have sort of a 2-pronged attack.
And you see, there is the voice of an experienced player, referee, coach, bench coach, announcer. I just see that Murph gets everywhere and gets in the way. That's the detailed analysis. I just think she's really good.
Yeah, definitely lots and lots of new Derby Crushers being developed over this weekend. Some fantastic play happening throughout all the teams.
Yeah, to be fair, Max Speed's getting there as well.
So 11 points in that previous jam for Tyne and Fear, 12 for Magic City Misfits. That's put Tyne and Fear over the century mark. I do apologise, they picked up 13. A little correction just there. So 103 plays 77. We've got just over 5 minutes remaining in this period.
And we have Dark Matter and Bones with the stars. And Bones is going very quickly for a back block to sit in that Cloud 7 penalty box.
And this is exactly what Dark Matter wants. He likes to have control. He likes to have that space taken to the outside, but closed down by Kraken.
Kraken absolutely dropping streak. But unfortunately for Dark Matter, Buster had gone back as well.
He had indeed. It was a good hit though by Kraken to get it right in the with not a back block, but right on that side to knock forwards.
Yeah, just perfect targeting. Dark Matter can't get past. Guess who?
It's your crush and mine, Murph. Really
Are you joining me on that one?
Always. I mean, everyone here can take my Derby crush right now. Streak is trying to hold back Kraken, who is is the sniper through for Dark Matter.
But yeah, it was the fact that Dark Matter basically grabbed hold of his shirt to stay in bounds and then managed to escape. Star pass has been completed. Buster now has the star for Magic City.
Dark Matter being recycled along the audience straight, and that gives a little bit of space. Indeed, that pass has happened. So, sorry, not the pass, the actual jammer has passed, not a star pass, the jammer has passed. Bones is now on a scoring pass, but knocked to the infield. And recycled back by Max Speed. Max Speed looking to stop that drawback. Big hit at the end of that jam.
Yeah, illegal contact penalty has been issued to Max Speed. But here we go. Just say Dark Matter following Kraken, but just watch as he grabs hold of the shirt to stay in and get through.
Whee!
Pulls Kraken off the track, but that doesn't matter.
You're at collateral damage at that point. 4 points picked up by Tyne and Fear, 107, playing Misfits City's 77. Magic City Misfits 77.
I knew who you meant.
I need to put my teeth back in.
Dakia Agresta with the start for Magic City, and I think that... Oh, who's it going? Someone's going for something. It's Mustache. Mustache has got the penalty. Oh, no, sorry, it wasn't. It was a cut, and it was on Chef.
Well, this gives space for Mustache. Mustache, that, however, knocked to the inside. Lead has gone to Takia Agresta.
So Mustache held on the back of Dizzy Izzy, and now on the back of Cockness as well. Although Max Speed comes in trying to clear some space. Taki Agresta can't quite keep the feet in the track.
Murph going for that knockout though, taken all the way to the front. Does knock out, but it takes down and picks up a blocking out of play penalty.
Yeah, Murph took that one a little bit too far out of play.
I mean, that was great to come from all the way from the back, straight through half a lap's distance to catch the Tyne and Fear jammer, but just out of the allowance of play.
We've only got 2 minutes left. Where has that gone?
It's skipped away. 4 points to Magic City Misfits in that previous jam, bringing them to 81, holding Tyne and Fear to 0 points on a 107 points. Official review?
Yep.
Oh, official review has been called by Tyne and Fear.
No, it's Magic City. Tyne and Fear lost theirs earlier.
Oh, they were pointing the opposite way. I'm a very simple person. Someone points and I just nod my head and go, okay, sure.
So that this official review is brought to you by Filet Official. Did you know some Filet Official facts? My favourite dinosaur is a Stegosaurus.
It's a good choice. It is a very good choice.
Favourite cream is chocolate. Ice cream is chocolate.
Okay, I will allow.
Favourite colour is green.
Oh, sold. My favourite colour is green as well. We're in there.
And she's an avid camper, hiker, kayaker, and a certified scuba diver.
Oh my word.
From the sounds of it, one thing she's not is a sleeper.
No, you can never have too many hobbies. You can never have too many hobbies.
Tell that to my bank manager.
And whilst we are on this pause, you can see on your feed now our trackside seating sponsored by Teesside Skate Invaders. You'll be in awe of two former TSI skaters. Spooky Lord Jack Skatington of New World Order started his skater journey with TSI, and Super Sparky of Tyne and Fear, currently on track, in this game, is also Team England. Did when he was just a baby with TSI, and is still sporting his majestic mohawk. You can't see it under their helmet, but it really is very majestic. TSI Skate Invaders will always love showing support to their TSI family, and really hope they do both do well. I mean, honestly, Sparky's doing storming. So yeah, really, really good weekend for the ex-TSI skater.
Yeah, just unfortunate that Lord Jack Skatington picked up a knee injury shortly before this tournament, so weren't able to skate, which was unfortunate for them and for New World Order.
Yes, still there in support for the team, though, offering mirror bench throughout the weekend for his team. So yeah, big love from TSI Skate Invaders to both of their previous skaters. They're clearly doing something right there if they're bringing out the likes of Sparky and Lord Jack Skatington.
Yeah, exactly. And just remind you, this is the bronze medal game. We do have the final after this. Assuming your heart rate will be able to take it.
Not mine, for sure.
And that will see the Denver ground control up against the 5 times reigning and defending champions, the St. Louis Gatekeepers.
We are going to get the official review information to you after this jam, which we'll see Sparky for Tyne and Fear facing off against Bratz for Magic City Misfits. Both jams taken to the outside, but recycling them on very quickly. Inside line opens up for Bratz. Lead jammer going to Magic City Misfits.
And Sparky manages to get through, just escapes. Well, length of a straightaway behind at the moment. Bratz gets through, told to keep going by their bench.
Yep, Tyne and Fear was squashed into the middle, which gave some outside space for Bratz to get through, but also left the inside for Sparky to run through afterwards as well. Ooh, taken down, Sparky taken down to the infield just at the end of that jam by Princess. So that official review, Magic City were looking to rescind the out of play block on Murph, saying that the jammer initiated, but that has not stood. Penalty still stands.
Oh, we just saw a beautiful inside line from Bratz there to pick up the lead jammer. So both teams have now lost their official review for this period. But importantly, and depending how close the score gets, they both have 3 timeouts left.
They do. We're only just over 1 minute remaining in this period. We're going to see Rolomite, number 10 in white, jamming for Magic City Misfits against Moo, number 9 in black.
In stereo.
Thank you. The lead has gone to Rolomite.
That Tyne and Fear wall has broken apart, which is not what you want to do for... Well, oh, hang on, we've got 2 leads being signalled now. No, lead's been put down for me. That's correct. Rolomite did get out first and legally.
Did indeed. We are seeing points picked up by Rolomite. Moo in on a scoring pass, just being held by Just Mike, but is able to get around, knocked to the outside, but Just Mike picking up a penalty, so that is a free pass around the last player for Moo.
Rolomite manages just to skip past, I believe that was Telemoto at the front of the pack. Moo trying to get through on the inside, but has the door shut.
At the moment,
speaking of shutting the door, sorry, Rolomite looked like, oh, there's a nice gap there, and then all of a sudden there was a Kraken filling the gap.
I was just about to say Rolomite's currently outscoring Moo 3-1, but Moo just picks up a 4-point pass. And Rolomite, another full pass. So it is 2-1. He's looking to close down that difference between the scores before half-time.
So jam gets called off. We're at half-time.
We are 16 points picked up by Rolomite, bringing Magic City Misfits over the 100 mark into 105 points, but Tyne and Fear still in the lead, 121 points at the end of that jam. Really fabulous work from jammers all around, but the blockers, the defensive work happening between these two teams is just off the charts right now.
Absolutely.
We are both of us just sitting with our mouths open, watching solid blocking from blockers who are stopping jammers that we've seen like just go through like hot knives through butter with other teams. So it's really tough game here. And I think the second half is going to be just as action-packed.
Yeah, make sure you join us for the second half. I'm going to say stay with us because we're going to have take 2 of the interview with the
Zero.
Western Hemisphere. It was the Volunteer of the Year, I believe it was. But he will talk more about that very shortly.
Hello, folks. We're back again after the technical difficulties that we had. Can you hear me at home? Give me a thumbs up if you can. We're getting some thumbs up there. Wonderful. So we're going to go over everything that we were talking about previously. So I am Wimmer Wilkin, and I'm joined here by Zero, one of our officials at the MRDA Championships. Hi, Zero. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Really, really good. So tell us about your home team then, the Cleveland Guardians.
Cleveland Guardians were established in 2013, late 2013. We're an MRDA team centrally located around some pretty awesome teams: Detroit, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Chicago. It's pretty lucky. We're pretty fortunate to have it centrally located. And we've been a part of the organization of the MRDA since 2016, and have been kind of playing ever since. The city of Cleveland is absolutely awesome. Our venue in particular was where we got to host the Western Hemisphere Cup.
Yes.
It was fantastic. We're very lucky to have the venue that we had. And the city itself is awesome. We got really great after party locations, and just the staff that work there are always A+. So.
Amazing. Well, Tyne and Fear are massive fans of an after party, so they're about to be going to Cleveland next year to be able to check out all the after party venues. But so at the Western Hemisphere Cup last year, you were awarded the Volunteer of the Year award.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about that? Because you will also be awarding that same award here at the end of this tournament.
Yes. It didn't exist, so I had no idea that I got it. I was very fortunate. We had a lot of obstacles and things that were kind of, against us a bit, but we were able to overcome those working together. And I think the membership really rallied and wanted a postseason to happen. So really, really awesome to have the help from them from the bottom up. But I was in the back in the locker room, checking on the officials. Hey, how are you doing? Do you need anything in the locker room? Whatever. And they're, Zero, get out there on the floor. You got an award. And I'm like, what award would I? And then they told me, volunteer. I cried. It was incredibly lucky, and I'm fortunate and honored and humbled. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without the awesome volunteers that we had on the day. We had a lot of Guardians just putting in the extra effort, pulling double shifts and stuff. Of course, the officials, all that kind of stuff. But I was the one that kind of was the coordinator and the funnel, but it wasn't just, I wouldn't have been able to do it with our awesome board and our Guardians.
No, amazing. And as you previously said, it does take a village, so we want to take the opportunity to thank all of our volunteers, our NSOs, our reffing officials, our announcers, our photographers, our medics here at the MRDA Championships 2024. And so Cleveland Guardians are the official timeout sponsors of timeouts.
Yes.
Here at the MRDA Championships. And we have a really fun fact sheet at the announcer's desk, which is wonderful. And one of those facts is talking about how the Cleveland Guardians went from 6 league skating members in 2021 to just shy of 30 league skating members now. Do you have any top tips for any of the leagues that are watching out there wanting to grow their membership?
Yeah, and it's not just skating members. Our members include our officials and volunteers and everything like that. We had the opportunity in late 2021 when we came back to hit the reset button and essentially look at rebuilding the foundation and build up from there, and essentially create a standard. What are we looking for? To quote Kennedy roughly, it's not asking what roller derby can do for you, but what you can do for roller derby.
There you go.
And so what was it that the Guardians could do to not only help the sport grow, like Western Hemisphere Cup, but also what we could do to help our skaters, bringing them back, our officials. We have clinics that we do, and just our volunteers, making sure that everybody's accommodated and fed or whatever we could do. And quite honestly, a big part of our retention is our director of recruitment and retention. We give a shout out.
Give him a shout out.
Wikipedia was our director of recruitment and retention. He was actually the reason why I stayed in roller derby after COVID. Everyone was thinking whether or not they wanted to come back. And he was this bright-eyed, just excited, energetic skater like I was when I first started reffing, because there wasn't a men's team yet. MRDA didn't exist when I started yet. And I saw a lot of myself and wanted to make sure that I could at least set that foundation for him. So what's the team that I want, basically? What's the team that we want? And using that feedback from people to create something awesome and kind of layer it up from there.
Amazing. Oh, well, that sounds incredible. So, got a couple more questions, some fun ones for you now that we've hopefully learned a little bit more about the Cleveland Guardians background as well as yourself. Is there any British snack or British food that you have tried or that you want to try while you're here in Newcastle?
Oh, no. I did not expect this question at all.
It's a fun one, so.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it sounds cliche, but like a good English breakfast. I already had one, and it was fantastic. It's better than American breakfast, in my opinion.
Amazing. And did you have the black pudding?
Not yet. I want that. I do want to try that. I hear both good and bad things. It's like
yes,
you either love it or hate it.
It's like a Marmite for us. It's a love or hate relationship with black pudding, but definitely give that a go. And just before you go, then, is there anyone that you'd like to shout out? Any sort of like little thank yous that you want to do?
First off, obviously, thank you, Cleveland Guardians. For just being an awesome team. It's an honor to be your captain, and I'm happy, excited to be the captain again in 2025. A lot of what I'm able to do as the director of roller derby operations is because of the team. My partner and my wife, Ruins, she is the secretary for the MRDA on the board, and also officiates and coaches the Guardians. And a lot of my success and a lot of our success as Guardians is her work that she puts in. Our board, of course, the MRDA as a whole, I wanted to make sure I shouted out, and particularly the board. We've all just been really working hard, again, being on the same page, and you get out what you put into roller derby, and I think the energy we've been putting out since this new era after Western Hemisphere Cup is the best energy we've had.
Amazing. Yeah. Wonderful. And so you folks can catch the Cleveland Guardians if you're here in the UK in 2025.
June, yes.
In June 2025, the Crash Test Bandits have invited you over for a tournament.
Yes.
So folks, make sure you book your tickets, save that date in the diary so you can check out the Cleveland Guardians. And Tura, I'm going to let you get back, so I'm sure there's lots of officiating that you need to go into. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Welcome back for the second half of our bronze medal game here at the 2024 MRDA Champs here in Newcastle. Current scores, Tyne and Fear 121, Magic City Misfits 105. Holly, you got a bit more detail about how we've come to that stage?
I do indeed, yeah. We've had the wonderful Stormageddon, our producer, just doing a little bit of mathematics to the side of me during that intermission. So whilst you're all having a cup of tea, Stormy was getting everything in hand. So lead jams, currently Magic City Misfits with 7 leads, Tyne and Fear with 11. I think that's very indicative of the score. Average points per jam, Magic on 5.7, Tyne on 6.6. That is approximated. Magic with 8 jammer penalties, Tyne and Fear only with 2. Again, that's a huge one that relates to the
makes
score.
a difference.
We can see a 16-point jam for Magic City Misfits as their last jam in their first period. That's happened 3 times. Rolomite twice and Takia Agressia once. Tyne and Fear's highest jam is by Moo, and that was a 12-point jam. Thank you, Storm, again so much for all of that information. It really brings the game alive for us.
Yeah, a little bit more detail as to how we've got to where we are. And we're about to restart. I believe this is the same Gemma matchup we had to start the game with Bratz and Sparky.
Oh, someone's just flipped the page back, wiped it clear and gone, let's go again.
Here we go.
And a very similar start. Sparky trying to find that inside line, digs to the outside, and lead jammer, Tyne and Fear.
So there's a chance now. Tyne and Fear will be looking to extend that lead, and things like that help.
Yep. Brat's trying to push through that inside, finds the space, does get through. That is a break for the Magic City Misfits jammer, but they're taken down to
2 blockers.
They're going to, 2 blockers. One is being returned from the Class 7 penalty box. This looks like it's a Tyne and Fear run jam. Sparky getting nice and low. I don't think he was touched on that outside line, right in front of the audience. Lots of appreciation from the audience here in Newcastle.
Good work from Dizzy Izzy there to clear the path to enable Bratz to complete that scoring pass. But Sparky, Tyne and Fear are running this.
They are indeed. Just the 2 blockers on track for Magic City Misfits. And Dizzy Izzy there with a lovely knock through.
Oh, I think that's the highest scoring jam of the game. Thank you, Sparky.
Well, we've just given you all those stats, and Sparky's like, I believe we need to rewrite this history. 20 points, that has extended both Tyne and Fear up to 141 points. Magic City Misfits getting 8 points. They're now on 113 points. Just to remind you, Magic City Misfits in the white for this game. Tyne and Fear in the black with the gold accents. They are the hosts, so if you hear any external noise around this afternoon, it may be from the host team's fans.
Or just everybody cheering Rollermite as he got through in basically before the whistle would finish sounding.
Pretty much, yes. Rollermite finding space on the outside, going long. 60 quad bit trying to slow him down, but that is a full 4 points scored by Rollermite. Moo, the jammer for Tyne Fear, knocked to the outside.
Air miles!
Fubar picking up a direction penalty. We are 3 for 3 blocker-wise on track.
This time it's Rollermite. The ones around it and just calling it. Let's see that beautiful apex jump again from Rollermite.
Just slightly paused. Here it comes.
Whee!
Yeah, wonderfully placed, wonderfully landed. Even with 60 quad bit coming back towards him, Rollermite was calm and contained and knew when to release and when to land.
Yeah, absolutely quality. But that's just what Rollermite, we've seen Rollermite do that for years. He doesn't age either, which is annoying.
8 points to 3 in that previous jam. We are straight into the next jam and straight into lead. Jammer with Dark Matter.
There's been some errors from Magic City. I don't think they realised that the jam was going to start. Dizzy Izzy was out of position.
No, they had an additional blocker on track. There are 2 in the penalty box.
There's one in the middle of the track. There was one that returned to the bench. Dark Matter does have lead. As 3 of the sort of Magic, or 1 skater and 2 of the support staff are currently in the middle of the track.
Yeah, they are allowed to be there. They are not allowed to have any interference with the game, so they cannot coach from the middle.
Just
Dark
making
Matter
sure they're not in the way of the referees on the inside.
Staying in that photography box. Dark Matter being knocked outside, but not really taken back too far until now with a big hit out. No pass, no penalty continues on with that scoring trip. And it is a penalty to Magic City Misfits. And that is a cut being issued to a forearm's being issued to Bones.
Dark Matter tried to get round the outside. Dizzy Izzy just shut the door. So Dark Matter decides to call that one off. He's had enough of that jam.
I mean,
he kind of almost got a palindrome score. We take the ones off.
Not anymore.
Oh,
The points just been adjusted. 7 points to Magic City Misfits, 9 to Tyne Fear, 153 to Tyne Fear, playing 128 to Magic City Misfits. And we've barely had any time go in this second period.
Yeah. Official timeout being called. Possibly trying to sort out just some sort of penalties and points to make sure that everything has been correlated correctly. And I just want to give a massive thank you to, hopefully they'll see it when they watch it back on the stream, but to every non-skated official that has taken part, not just in these championships, but anywhere. You know, the stats, the information, the points, the penalties. You're the ones that keep everything running, so thank you very much.
Certainly one who lets us know those wonderful stats that we had previously. Without all of this information provided to us, we are very fortunate here to have the electronic scoreboards, electronic penalty running, and it's brilliant for us to see. We can see that Magic City Misfits have got 31 penalties to Tyne Fear's 16. Once again, almost double Tyne Fear's penalty score.
So trying to add to the point score right now is Mustache for Tyne Fear, but Streak shuts the door on the inside.
That looked like it was open wide. Mustache, however, going around the outside of Murph, knocked outfield by Streak, but it is a penalty.
That's huge from Just Mike.
And I believe it is Murph who's actually given that draw back, but just Mustache just going all the way around to the back.
So lead is still open. No, it's not. Mustache is now claimed lead, but Bones is out of the pack and through.
Yeah, Bones just sneaking up whilst Newcastle were just sorting themselves out on that offensive play. We are now round to a full lap skated by the pack. Tyne Fear setting up at the back. Magic City Misfits just on the front. On the inside is opened up for Bones. That's a scoring pass now for Magic City Misfits.
Nice little touch there, the little hand slap between Streak and Mustache, because they've had a battle in this jam.
They really have. Again, solid slowing down here. Good defensive work. A shirt whip. Bones taking, but not to the outfield. Mustache finding that space now. 1, 2. Can he even stay on track? Yes, he does. Manages to twist around the hips of Murph. Picking up another 4 points for Tyne Fear. But Magic City Misfits are scoring more at this point in time.
Yeah, they're currently leading the jam 8-4, even though Tyne and Fia do have lead. Bones is coming in again, shut down by force of nature.
We've got 20 seconds remaining. Oh, we'll have all of those 20 seconds played. A high block penalty issued to Mustache. So this will give Magic City Misfits a power start going into the next jam as well. Let's see if Bones can add more points. Can indeed. Nice little apex leap at the end. A big scoring jam for Magic City Misfits. Bones. Oh, that score is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, and they'll have the opportunity to close that gap even more with a power start and a pack advantage, as 60 quad bit is also in the box.
Just seeing that wonderful spin around the hips by Mustache there from the previous jam. Fantastic footwork by the Tyne and Fear jammer. 159 points, plays 140 going into this power start for Magic City Misfits.
And it's Takiera Gresta with the star and with lead jammer status.
That was really well done to stay on track, utilising all of their own offensive blockers. 3 for 3 now on the track. Outside opens up by Murph. Calamity James not able to counter block. 4 points for Magic City Misfits.
And Takiera Gresta picking up 4 more points, adding to their total this game. Well, this time finding life a little bit harder as Max Speed was there ready and waiting.
Oh, gets back on track very quickly, Takiera Gresta. But that inside line just cleared. Mustache able to power through. And now Magic City looking to provide some offense and pick up some more points. Are they going to call before Tyne and Fear get through? Mustache just at the back of the pack and picking up a point before that jam comes to an end. That's 160 now for Tyne and Fear. Magic City Misfits with 8 points collected on 148, 12.
A 12-point game with 22 minutes to go.
Oh, Lord.
Tyne and Fear are doing it to us again.
I have enough grey hairs as it is.
Same.
Yep, just under 22 minutes remaining, and I'm telling you, these games cannot get any closer. 99 Sparky for Tyne and Fear against number 10 Rolomite for Magic City Misfits.
Both jammers trying to find that little bit of space. Jam's cooled off.
We are taking a break in play just to ensure the safety of one of our skaters. And whilst we do so, you can see, once again, our trackside seating. This hall has been one of the loudest places. I'm sure it can be heard from across the Tyne, over in Gateshead. Honestly, the audience here, the home audience in particular for these Tyne and Fear games, have just been superb. But the atmosphere all weekend has been splendid.
Yeah, it's been good sort of walking around, just seeing lots of people who are members of other leagues that aren't represented or associated with any of the leagues that are here, and seeing the different merchandise and journeys. Absolutely brilliant. So we will mention T-side Skate Invaders as well, as we can see pretty much smack bang in the middle. You can see a couple of ladies there with the green tops on. They are members of TSI themselves.
And TSI are hosting their third charity event for November called Proskate, happening in November, raising money for men's health charities. Over the last 2 events, they've raised nearly £2,000, which is a wonderful amount. Having a good time as well. It's a day of small teams battling it out to take on last year's winners for the prize Golden Tash. If you are around, you can buy a spectator ticket, but otherwise you can jump onto their Just Giving page. I'm sure it will be posted up online, but if you're lucky enough to have a brochure for the weekend, a program for the weekend, the Just Giving link is also contained within there.
I just will say for those watching at home, the injured skater did manage to get up and make their way back to the bench under their own power.
That is really, really good to hear, really good to hear. So we are about ready to go back into this action.
And away we go. It's Rolomite and Sparky again, obviously after that. A curtailed jam previously, they decided to go again.
Yeah, I've not used enough energy. Let's use a little more. Both knocked to the outside. Sparky taking behind that jammer line. Rollermite just pushing up on that pivot line. Max Speed not quite able to hold and retain lead, going to Rollermite. That jam also called.
It's Sparky that's down this time for Tyne and Fear.
So just give us a moment and we will take you back to the action as soon as it does start. Lots and lots happening here at the Walker Dome this weekend. As I said, it's been a wonderful, absolutely wonderful ambience happening here, and a wonderful ambience happening at home. If you're hosting a watch party, if you're been watching the entire weekend, if you've had it on in the background whilst you're working, if you're tuning in and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, a big thank you to everybody who has been listening in, watching the stream here provided by MRDA's YouTube site. A big thank you to all of the volunteers. A big thank you to the hosts, Tyne and Fear Roller Derby, who have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep the event in-house working, but also the stream here working, providing our wonderful voices to you, the visuals that you see, and the interviews that you saw take place earlier.
Again, for those watching at home, Sparky is up, did make his way back to the bench under his own steam again, which is always good to see. But will have to sit for 3 jams. And Rollermite's going up again.
Rollermite did run a lot of double jams in his game previously with the against the Cleveland Guardians. Sorry.
Cleveland Guardians?
No, against the Gatekeepers. I have words, there's too many in my head. Let's just tip a few more out. We've got number 9 versus number 10. This is Moo versus Rollermite. Tyne and Fear playing in the black with the gold accents. Magic City Misfits playing in the white. We are on 160 to Tyne and Fear.
We nearly got an LSO run over then.
148 to Magic City Misfits.
I can laugh about it because it didn't happen. Oh, Rollermite digging in against 60 quad bit and Fubar at the front.
There's an out of play called. 60 quad bit has to go. Fubar cannot stop him, so that is lead to Magic City Misfits Rollermite. Moon knocked to the outfield, but is able to return. Rollermite has picked up a 4-point pass. Moo is now out there and ready to score.
Oh, attempted apex jump, didn't make it, but called it. So just a 4-0 on that, and we are down to an 8-point game.
This is crazy, crazy, crazy action happening here at the Walker Dome. 1 blocker apiece in the Cloud 7 penalty box. The leads this period, have been 50-50. You could flip a coin as to who's going to be lead in this next jam. It's unbelievable. So really good work. We can see that Magic City Misfits having pulled back from that half-time score to 8-point differential.
Certainly trying to keep that momentum going is number 27, Bratz, trying to take control again for Tyne and Fear is number 1, Dark Matter.
Dark Matter just closed off by Bratz's attempt up that inside line as well. Both jammers going for the outside line. Dark Matter curving to the inside. These walls are penduluming, so it's really hard to find any space. Offense now coming in from those tipped out skaters from the penalty box. Space on the inside line, and it is Bratz Magic City Misfits who runs through and picks up lead jammer.
Yeah, it was one of those from Just Mike, came out, absolutely cleared the pack, got a penalty, but got their jammer through as well. So it's one of those where you think, yeah, okay, that one's worth it.
I mean.
The referee and you would say no, but...
The referee means definitely no. We're getting a push through at the front now. Bratz is round, coming up against 60 quad bit, but goes round the outside. There's a bit of space for Dark Matter around Cockness, able to spin around, and now we have a break from Tyne and Fear. But Magic City Misfits on a second scoring pass here with Bratz coming into the back of the pack, goes around Brains on 1 foot, stays in bounds. Han picks up that 8 points that they were looking for. Oh, I don't think I can say this, King Crazy.
Not again, Tyne and Fear. What are you doing to us, man? 160 Tyne and Fear, 160 Magic City Misfits. We've basically got an 18.5-minute game now. All the rest of it they might not have bothered with.
You say that, however, King Crazy, I can look back at this penalty list. Magic City Misfits have got a skater on 5, and they do have a raft of skaters on 4 penalties. They've got 34 penalties in total. Tyne and Fear have picked up a few more. They are now on 20, so not quite a 2-to-1 ratio for those penalties, but it is still far more penalties in Magic City Misfits side over Tyne and Fear. That is the only thing that has not been a reset from this point. Points-wise, we are neutral.
Might as well it might be 0-0 again.
Well, we've got zeros at the end.
Exactly.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Forget that 160. Game starts now. Everything else has just been a warm-up. We are currently in an official timeout that's been brought to you by the Cleveland Guardians. I made the presumption that they'd played last night. I apologise, that was the gatekeepers, of course. Cleveland Guardians are going to be playing in the UK in June 2025. So if you are in the UK or planning to head over to the UK, why not pick that month and come over, see the Cleveland Guardians playing on a track near me, near us, in the UK.
Yeah, a lot nearer to us.
In the UK near us, so near to whoever's in the UK in 2025.
So there's, Mike has got another penalty. It was a misconduct. Part of me wonders, I did see when he was going to the box, having delivered that big hit, he did then do the lead jammer signal. So I wondered if it was what they would call it in the NFL, taunting.
Taunting, that's a good word, taunting. Okay, we now have Bones for Magic City Misfits at the back of the pack, being held by Newcastle, Tyne and Fear. His mustache, one hand down. Bones finds some space instead, picks up lead jammer. That was so close to being Newcastle's lead, but a wonderful defensive play there by Magic City Misfits. Lead jammer Bones comes around for a scoring pass.
There's whistles going, there's penalties going left, right and centre, but the jammers, I think, are staying on track.
We are now around to turn number 2. Mustache is now just broken free, but Bones is on a scoring pass and has lead. He has the power. He uses the power. That jam called. Where does it leave us? 0 for Tyne and Fear, 3 points for Magic City Misfits, so that is a lead change. Ooh. Let's have that one more time, Stormy. Ooh. Yeah, 17 and a half minutes remaining.
We are responsible adults, honestly.
I'm not. 17 and a half minutes remaining. Next jam is going to see number 99, Sparky, for Tyne and Fear, up against number 111.
Taki Agresta.
I was about to say the name, but we just heard that timeout just very quickly signalled before the 5-second call, I think this time, to ensure that there was no confusion on track. 2 Magic City Misfit blockers in the Cloud 7 penalty box. 1 pivot for Tyne and Fear, Fubar, in that same penalty box. Slight advantage, only slight advantage though to Tyne and Fear going into this jam. The audience are already starting the stomp and clap, getting behind both teams. They love these close games. It's not good for my cholesterol, I'm sure,
No.
but... Whew.
Yes, my heart has been ticking quite fast during some of these games.
I'm sure my Fitbit thinks I've had a workout. It is lead to Tyne and Fear's Sparky.
No, it's
not.
It's a forearms penalty.
So the lead is open. Taki Agresta darting round that inside around Brains, picks up leads and is now out of the pack. The pack taken down to just 5 blockers in total. Tyne and Fear being split apart. Magic City Misfits.
Streak there complaining about the hit to the face, and Brains will go for the high block penalty.
Yeah, Magic City Misfits splitting that pack apart. That's a scoring pass now for Taki Agrestia, taking Magic City Misfits up. Big hit by Murph.
Huge hit on Calamity Jones. There's number 86 Busters going back to the penalty box. Sparky has returned. Gets through the pack very quickly.
Just a drop down by Streak, unable to catch Sparky as he comes through. Taki Agrestia back on track. Max Speed trying to slow them down. Lots of people on the floor at the end of that jam. Points just being calculated out. 4 points picked up by Magic City Misfits. No points collected by Tyne and Fear. This is extending Magic City Misfits' lead out. 11 points in total. They're now on 174 points to Tyne and Fear's 160.
That's a 14-point lead now for Magic City's Tyne and Fear. Just maybe, I would be thinking maybe a timeout. Calm down, reset things. You've got 3. There's 15 minutes to go. Rollermite's got lead. That's not the plan. Easy if you're Magic City.
Yeah, Magic City, lovely, and not even apex. That was barely on the apex, almost off the straightaway jump by Rollermite, picking up the first 4 points in this jam. Lovely work staying on track though by Moo. He's battling his way around to the front.
Rollermite that time was forced to the outside and comes back in, but the inside line sealed by Cockness and Chef, which allows 4 points to be picked up by Magic City. He didn't quit it.
Yeah, taken 8 points in total, extending the lead. That is the 5th lead in a row for Magic City Misfits. They've certainly found their fire again, holding Tyne and Fear to 160 points for the last couple of jams.
Yeah, we just saw that beautiful little, I'm going to call it a leap. I'm not going to say it was an apex leap. It was just...
It was a leap.
It was a leap of faith, and he had the faith because he landed it.
It is a leap year, so fair enough. Go for those leaps.
It is, isn't it?
That's Bratz down that outside line on his toe stops, picking up lead jammer again. That will be the 6th lead in a row for Magic City Misfits. Stats are fun.
So it's another penalty. That time it was Princess that's got the penalty and will sit in the Cloud 7 penalty box as Dark Matter's drawn back behind Streak.
Yeah, Magic City Misfits really now starting to learn how to control the Tyne and Fear jammers, but not able to catch Moo on that pass.
Dark Matter.
Dark Matter on that pass. They're all fantastic jammers.
We've got a forearms penalty on Bratz.
It's giving some space now for Tyne and Fear to close that gap back up. We know they can do it. They've done it a number of times. They've kept our hearts racing. Can they keep them beating even more? Wonderful work by Dark Matter, just using those edges, penduluming around.
Good work from Princess there to get back and join up with the wall on the exit from penalty box.
Terremoto, Calamity James and Max Speed going in for some offensive play. That pack starting to move now back into turn number 2 as Dark Matter comes up against Just Mike.
And just knocked to the inside, forced to take that moment just to recycle.
We have Kraken back now, so there is a 3 defensive wall as Bratz returns from the Cloud 7 penalty box.
So we've got everybody on track, pushing and fighting and trying to get their way through. Just as I say that, Just Mike is just going to go to the penalty box.
And here whistles. Magic City taken down to 2 blockers, but effective blocking. Taking a Dark Matter out, but picking up a penalty. Not happy about that penalty.
And Streak will have to remain on track as there are 2 blockers. Just Mike, I think it's Quad and Dirty that is sat in the box at the minute. No, sorry.
Tyne and Fear have decided to take a time out. They have picked up 8 points in that jam to Magic City Misfits 5. It's 8-1-8 and 5-1-5 in the penalty box currently. Thank you so much to our producer Stormageddon. 168 points plays 187, so we're now on a 19-point difference.
So, quickly,
yes.
Our timeout sponsors. Did you know that the Cleveland Guardians are named after the Guardians of Transportation for 13-metre statues lining a bridge in downtown Cleveland, each holding a different type of vehicle? Since the Guardians roll around on 8 wheels, you could consider them the Guardians of roller skates.
13 metres, sometimes hard to visualise, but we are talking pretty much the top of the dome.
Yeah, probably, that's about right.
13 metres, they are huge, huge.
So we have Mustache and Rollermite with the stars. 4-on-2 pack advantage for Tyne and Fear, but Streak is in the queue for the penalty box.
Rollermite pushing on that wall. Mustache trying to find some space. Streak locking it down, closing down that outside line, but not all the way shut. Mustache picking up lead. Jammer for Tyne and Fear. Rollermite finds that inside line uncontested. And that's a break now. Both jammers on a scoring trip. Mustache round that inside, stays on the track. And Tyne and Fear closing up a tripod around Rollermite. Zizi coming in for some offensive play. Rollermite finding an easier pass round to Teramoto.
Mustache with a little jump over the apex, gets through. Completes that 4 points pass. As Rollermite now comes in, but cannot get past Dog. Oh, just might manage to take out Mustache. He gives a little pat on the way past, coming back onto the track, but does get the 4 points now. Teramoto that time forcing Rollermite off and to go back. This is a jam. This is something that Tyne and Fear did need to get back into it.
It is indeed. I think at the moment, Magic City Misfits unsure whether to do defense or offense. They're dropping back for some defensive play. Lovely defensive play happening, but a good drawback. There's still some offense taking place out the front as well. Rollermite managing to get around the outside of Fubar. And
Mustache deciding to call that one.
That was the first lead jam in 10 for Tyne and Fear.
This is just watching that beautiful little spin and footwork and pirouette down the back straight from Mustache.
Backwards toe stop runs, if you get them wrong, they are not your friend. Look at that audience, absolutely loving this game, loving every second of it. 15-point difference now between the two teams going into Jam 15.
Sparky and Bones with the stars for Tyne and Fear and Magic City respectively. Bones is out first. Sparky falling goes straight into Just Mike. Probably not a good idea. Sorry, Cockness, my apologies. Still not a good idea.
Bones breaking through the middle of that Tyne and Fear wall, but it recycles very quickly. Murph in for that offensive play.
As long as that's the only Bones breaking, we're good. I've been waiting all weekend to do something like that.
Finding that inside line around Teramoto, but it is also followed up by Sparky. Murph being sent for a back block penalty to the Cloud 7 penalty box. Outside line opens up at call off. Was it in time? 3 points picked up by Tyne and Fear. Magic City Misfits with 4 on the board.
So far.
Currently on 199 points. Have they hit 200 in that final trip? I've just heard it from the house announcers that they are also 1 point away from 200. We're just going to have a little bit of a discussion. As it currently stands, 16 points between the two teams.
9.5 minutes just under to go.
We've had a 20-point jam from Tyne and Fear, so this could be a single jam change easily in this game. Looking at the penalties, Magic City Misfits starting to get a little bit concerning. They do have currently 2 blockers on 6 penalties. And that
Just
is
Mike and Streak.
Yes. So they do not want to lose either of those. They've been incredibly effective throughout this weekend. And they also have Cockness and Murph on 5 penalties. Tyne and Fear currently nobody higher than 4 penalties, so they are not in as much of a danger zone on the Nando's spice chart. For those of you who are not my eyes, the penalties are shown in colours. So at the moment, Magic City Misfits on the yellows and oranges, whereas Tyne and Fear are on plain, nice and simple, no colours.
Yeah, 5 penalties and your number goes up yellow. 6 it goes orange, and you don't want to go red.
Red means you get to
take your skates off and
start
sit down and watch.
the after party early.
Yeah. So 4 more points did go on for Magic City. Ooh. So it is now a 20-point game. So it's time for me to do that 20-point jam we've just been talking about. Up against Takiera Gresta. And Moo, no, a little bit of jammer fun and games.
To the inside, so able to get on behind turn number 3. Team's now on that jammer line still. Taki Agrestia coming round the outside, but picks up a forearm penalty. Power jam and lead to move for Tyne and Fear. This is Tyne and Fear have been asking for this. 3-wall for Magic City Misfits.
Seem to become 4 as Murphy enters the fray. And Moo's going to get called for what looks like a high block as well.
Direction penalty has been issued for that action after the penalty though on Moo.
So this jam will now go for 2 minutes.
Taki Agrestia on track, trying to dodge around that 3-wall, down, around, very low, good work. It closes up again on that outside line. And that is a forearms penalty for the Magic City Misfits jammer.
Taki Agrestia, so Moo will come back out. He is on a scoring pass, I believe.
3 blockers to get past.
Murph, Princess and Streak.
Tyne and Fear opening up that inside line with a lovely sweep. And that is the initial pass still that he's returned back onto that initial pass. So now coming round ready for a scoring trip. Offense coming in on both sides from Tyne and Fear. Magic City doing a good job to stay together. Tyne and Fear dropping back as I believe they are checking Taki Agresta in the standing in the Cloud 7 penalty box.
Oh, Moo, you're going to get the cut. Buster had gone further back and draws that cut. That's 2 penalties for each jammer in this jam.
Taki Agresta now finishing the initial pass for Magic City Misfits with 1 second remaining. No time to pick up any points. Moo was on a scoring pass.
Did get 3.
Ooh.
3 points in that whole jam.
Not quite the 20 you were asking for, but it is a start.
Ooh, I heard the words official review.
An official review is being called. It is Tyne and Fear requesting an official review. There were plenty of penalties. Cloud 7 penalty box kept quite busy. And don't forget that Cloud 7 creates fully custom roller derby uniforms and apparel. Our individual team web store provides a quick, streamlined ordering process with no minimum order quantities, which is fantastic if you just want that one-off shirt. Built for quality, built for ease, built for speed, we're putting the silver lining back in uniform organisation. Remember, just like the weather in beautiful Newcastle, Cloud has you covered. In fairness, it's been fairly sunny in Newcastle. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, but the sun has been out and blinding me on my journey to the Walker Dome every morning.
I have to admit, actually, yes, going to first thing in the morning or just in the evening as the sun's setting where it's that low winter sun and it's right in your eyes.
Yes.
But for the rest of the day, when it'd actually be useful, which it's disappeared somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. I'm indoors for all of this. I am watching every single game. I've got the opportunity, and so do you here on the MRDA stream, brought to you by Men's Roller Derby Association. This is the Championships 2024 here in sunny, sometimes cloudy Newcastle, United Kingdom.
And I'll say this official review has been brought to you by Filet Official, who's a member of Pittsburgh Roller Derby in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's a level 1 skating official and currently serves as the head official for her league. Thank you very much.
You may have seen Filet Official in the stream pictures between the action in our games. So Tyne and Fear have requested a cut track to be rescinded from their jammer in the previous jam, but the penalty stands. They have lost their official review for the rest of this period.
So Bratz is jammer and out for Magic City with lead jammer, as it is a power start as Murph picks up their 6th penalty, and they'll be joined in the box by Chef.
4 blockers, however, on the track for Tyne and Fear currently as it stands. They're doing a good job of rotating around and holding Bratz back now.
Cockness is also going to the box. That's his 6th penalty. That's 4 now on 6 for Magic City. And Kraken doing a great job. Brains as well.
Dizzy Izzy once more the only blocker on track for Magic City Misfits, controlling the pack, controlling well as well, so that's called off with just 4 points. Magic City Misfits picking up.
Is it 4 points? 6 minutes to go. 186 to Tyne and Fear in the black. You have Mustache with the star. 207 to Magic City Misfits in the white. You have Rollermite with the star. We do have an official timeout. Cockness, I did think so, picked up 2 penalties in that last jam. So Cockness has fouled out. They will need to be replaced in the penalty box. I think for about a minute as well. I think they've got both of those penalties. So the first time they went, there were 2 others already sat in the Cloudton penalty box.
It's a double forearms, which is quite unusual. Not using 2 at the same time, but 2 instances of forearms being undertaken by the same blocker. So Magic City Misfits going to be down a player for the last just under 6 minutes in this game. And as we said, they have got 3 other skaters on 6 penalties, so they're going to have to just be careful that they're not losing out on on-track action.
And 2 of those on 6, Streak and Just Mike, are lining up for this jam at the moment.
Danger zone, danger zone, danger zone.
But they've also sent out Rollermite to jam, and Rollermite's not sat in the Cloud 7 penalty box yet this game.
Has not indeed. Very, very clean, very
And I really
effective.
do apologise if I've just cursed you.
Very clean, very effective, up against Mustache as we go into jam 18. Pack is static at the back. Rollermite finds that outside line. 60 quad bit trying to stop, but cannot. You don't want to go one-on-one against Rollermite. Mustache, a full pirouette, manages to break free, but half a lap behind Rollermite, who's now back around on turn number 2. Comes into the back of the pack around Force of Nature. Gets those points, calls it just in time, holds Mustache to a 0, picking up 4 points for Magic City Misfits.
Yeah, 4 points, he didn't quit it. Extend the lead to 25 points.
Yeah, that's a good extension at this point in time because we've only got just over 5 minutes remaining in this game. So Tyne really do need to either lock down, well, in fact, in both, they need to lock down and need to start picking up some points within the next jam if they're going to have any opportunity of clawing this game back.
Yeah, ideally they'd be looking at going to the last jam with a single-figure deficit as sort of worst case. There's a good start. Dark Matter picks up lead. Star has been passed. This could be a risk. This is a pivot turn jammer on 6 penalties.
Yep, just on the star pass. Knocked out on Dark Matter, but he's back on track very quickly, spins around. That is a 4-point pass now for Tyne and Fear. Tyne and Fear holding at the back. Just Mike, the new jammer for this jam. Pack is moving forwards. Just Mike able to push through and push through cleanly, but Dark Matter is already back around on his 2nd scoring trip.
And just manages to get past the jammer turn blocker Bones to complete that scoring pass.
And Just Mike going around to the outside, knocked out by Calamity James.
Furicorn. It's Furicorn that time.
I should know by the pink helmet.
Yes.
Furicorn, fantastic on those knockouts. Max Speed just joining in, takes to the inside. This now means that Dark Matter is 3 trips ahead of Magic City Misfits jammer Just Mike. Looking for that 4th knock to the inside line. Kraken helping with that reset.
Illegally low.
Does pick up a penalty for it. Dark Matter staying on track, managing to know exactly where that track line is, staying inbounds. Really good work there by the Tyne and Fear jammer. Brains knocking Just Mike down to the ground. I think Tyne and Fear are looking to run this jam and try and close this gap as much as possible.
Dark Matter is down, has called the jam off. But that is you've got 16 points as it stands at the moment, 18 points. Well, that's 12 of the 25 points, half of the points pretty much
It's a fantastic,
in one jam.
Absolutely fantastic. We said they needed to do it.
We've got an official review being signalled. This must be by Magic City.
We said they needed to do it. They certainly took that mantle on board. 18 points to 6 in that jam. Tyne and Fear, 204 points. They have 2 timeouts remaining, no official reviews. Magic City Misfits, 217. They are taking an official review, but still have 3 timeouts remaining. 3 minutes exactly left in this game. Oh, getting crazy, please, please. I need to breathe.
So, Philly Official, our official review sponsor, recently travelled to the UK, visiting Edinburgh, the Scottish Highlands, York and London. It was the 3rd time that she'd made the trip over to the UK, but it was the 1st time she'd been to Scotland and to York.
Wow, I mean, coming back to the UK 3 times, there's got to be some love happening over here. Maybe it is the local delicacy food in Newcastle, a brand name I'm probably not allowed to say on stream, as they do not sponsor us. But certainly I know a lot of the visiting officials have partaken in the brand name local food.
Savoury snacks.
Savoury snacks. Rhymes with legs.
Yeah.
Rhymes with legs. GR eggs.
Yeah.
As an American YouTuber would say. We have got Sparky99 for Tyne and Fear lining up against Rollemite 1-0. They are ready to go once this official review has been completed. Eyeing up their space on track already, keen and eager. Both jammers determined. They know what's needed of them and they're ready to set out and do it.
So, I don't think there's no change apparently in the penalty box.
Yeah, back block penalty requested by Magic City Misfits bench on the Tyne and Fear jammer, but the no call stands. Penalty, the official review has been lost. We are going to continue. No official reviews left remaining in this game. Rollemite is going into the his 8th jam this half, going in 20 jams.
So Magic City have 3 of 4 blockers on 6 penalties, but the penalty has been issued to Sparky.
That is exactly what Tyne and Fear do not need. Rollemite with the lead jammer in an uncontested power jam situation, and 4 of his own blockers on track to provide some offensive play, including Murph coming up for that outside sweep.
Rollemite just picks up the gaps.
That was a one-on-one for each blocker there. They all picked a person and took them apart, squashing that in for a second pass now. Tyne and Fear able to reform, but Rollemite finds space through the middle and is now out on for his second scoring pass. Sparky back on track though. Some jostling happening, but picks up a pass without any penalties and is out ready to score.
Sparky comes back in now, is on that scoring pass. Spins past Murph, but not past Streak. And Streak, again with help from Murph and Dizzy as Rollemite has called it.
That was a really good stoppage by the Magic City Misfits blockers. Streak and Murph giving each other, well, a back high five. 12 points to Magic City Misfits, 3 points to Tyne and Fear. Magic City Misfits 229, Tyne and Fear 207. We've got under a minute and a half left in this game.
Moo lining up against Bratz. Oh, where's the timeout come from?
An official timeout that's been taken place here. There is an exchange happening in the penalty box as we've had another foul out from Magic City Misfits. Cockness picked up a
So it's just Mike that one. On that one, 5-1-5. Cockness had already fouled out.
I read things that are put in front of me. Thank you so much, King Crazy, for keeping me honest there. Yeah, just Mike and Cockness have fouled out, so Magic City Misfits are down 2 blockers, but they have a lead of 22 points. 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in this game.
So again, Tyne and Fear do still have timeouts left available to them. So...
both teams do.
Yes. But for Tyne and Fear, that's potentially more important. Magic City, you're quite happy for the game to end now. Stop the count.
Totally, yeah. This will do. We have got Bratz, number 27 in white, lining up for Manchester City Misfits. Moo, number 9 in black for Tyne and Fear. Moo did do that final jam for Denver, so he knows what the pressure may be like in this jam as well.
Although Dark Matter, his captain, had just been over it and just made him aware, I think, of the clock. So it's just be aware, if you get lead, don't let the clock go dead.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Let's get what we can, squeeze what we can out of these last few seconds of this game.
Streak has been issued a penalty. I've just noticed him go to the box, which means he will now be, he has fouled out as well, so somebody else will have to sit in the box. So there will now be 2 Magic City in the box.
replacements, 2 Magic City replacements in the box.
So it was a misconduct penalty on Streak. I'm just wondering if it was something said, shall we say. And we now have a timeout taken by Magic City, as if there wasn't enough tension. Thanks for that.
They're just extending the anticipation going into these final moments. Moo coming over to the audience reciprocating with some cheers and support. Again, this event has been hosted by Tyne and Fear up in Newcastle, United Kingdom. They've been hosting all weekend from Friday through to today, hosting live in the Walker Dome and also on a stream. So thank you so much if you have tuned in live. Thank you again if you are watching on a replay. I would certainly recommend re-watching these games many, many times because there's so much to learn from them. King Crazy, you just noticed a rather strategic move.
Yeah, I saw Rollamite move towards the jam as if he was going to jam, but I think it was just words of encouragement to Bratz.
That is fair.
Rollamite has returned to the bench area. Bratz still has the star for Magic City.
Rollamite has picked up nearly half of the jams in this second half for Magic City Misfits. So allowing Bratz to take this one, which may be the final jam. Moo going around that outside line.
It's defensive jamming from Bratz, and it's Moo that's got the penalty. It's a multiplayer block.
Bratz finding some space on the outside, but taken down by Brains. Retaining that in track and upright position, and jumps through that inside line for lead jammer, Magic City Misfits Bratz. He points at the clock.
Yeah, Bratz is just going to stand and wait. He's just going to see the clock tick out. He knows that's in his favour. He doesn't care if Moo comes out the box and gets through and scores. He's not bothered. The lead's big enough. I must admit, as a bench coach, this is exactly what I would be telling my jammer to do right now.
The only thing that he can do wrong now is pick up a penalty. So staying away from the action is a good place to be. But Moo's coming round towards him now. He lets Moo go past.
Absolutely what I would do.
Yep.
Absolutely what I would do.
Needing to stay clean. He does indeed. Offense comes in from a Tyne and Fear, so they're going to close a little bit of this gap up. 4 points picked up by Moo. Period clock has gone to a 0. High five as that jam called by Bratz. Moo knew exactly what was happening, knew he could do nothing to change this outcome. 4 points apiece going on the board. No, I apologise. 0 for Magic City, 4 points for Tyne and Fear, 211 points to Tyne and Fear. But Magic City are looking to finish on 229. The chance of Tyne and Fear. Honestly, the home crowd here, the majority of the UK teams have stayed for this game just to cheer on the team that has actually been the winners of the men's Tier 1 Five Nations.
Yep.
So they are the top team in the UK, and they've shown it this weekend on track.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge congratulations. Huge love to Tyne and Fear. Massive, even bigger congratulations to Magic City. There were some rough patches in that game, and yeah, a lot of penalties. 58 plays 32, but when it mattered, they just managed to dig it out and just do what was needed. So Magic City will be returning to Florida with some new shiny bling.
Yeah, congratulations, really totally well done. Magic City just managing to pull away. It was a game of lead changes, but Magic City decided to own that game towards the end, leaving Tyne and Fear with not much they were able to respond with. It's not anything due to Tyne and Fear doing wrong. It was just Magic City were knowing how to control that game. Absolutely props all round to both teams here. It's been a wonderful game to watch and announce, filled with action, filled with penalties, filled with points.
Filled with plenty of us to talk about.
I mean, I've barely stopped talking, have we? So.
Well, I think we should take a break now.
We will take a break now, yes.
And we will be back here with a stream shortly for the final. The St. Louis Gatekeepers versus Denver Ground Control. Holly, a pleasure as always. Thank you for joining me.
Always King Crazy. Do stay tuned. We'll see you around very soon.
Hello, everybody. We are here in the MRDA Championship in Newcastle. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I am your tournament head announcer, Pinky Donchadero, here with Kevinator from Disorder. Kevinator was last year's recipient of the Batwing Award. As one of the founders of what has become the Men's Roller Derby Association, Evan Batwing Jones embodied the qualities that we find most important in our organization: a positive attitude, good sporting ethic, passion for fair play, and a commitment to growing the sport of roller derby. This memorial award is given each year to the skater who best embodies those qualities. We all unanimously decided last year that Kevinator embodied those, and we wanted to interview Kevin to talk about what that award meant to you. We know it's very emotional still to this day. What did it mean to you?
Okay, well, it meant like the whole world for me. Like I belong to something. Like I belong here, that I'm doing the right thing. And I practiced a lot of sports before, like, I don't know, football and stuff. But I never felt that I belonged somewhere. And then when I heard that speech, I saw Bambi giving me this, the award. I mean, I cry a lot because it meant too much. Like, Man, I love derby. Like, and that award is like I'm on the right path. Like my life it has a meaning. Like, it felt beautiful.
So that's part of the reason why Kevin Ader was issued the award, skated in multiple games, and then stepped up and volunteered in different positions throughout the Western Hemisphere Cup tournament. What do you most love about roller derby?
Where am I love? Let me see my pointers. That. I love every part of it. I mean, roller derby is not just skating. Roller derby is the staff, NSLs, reffing, like the people, the crowd that comes to see the derby, and obviously all the skaters. I love every piece of it because without any of that, roller derby wouldn't exist. And I also love the community, the love that roller derby brings to people. Like, no, don't matter where you are from, where you at. If you say send a message to a team, hey, I'm going for a weekend to any city. Hey, you can come with us, skate or whatever, because roller derby allows you to that, to grow the community, to share track, to share skills, talks, whatever. So I love that from derby. I mean, yeah, derby physical hitting and points and everything. Yeah, that's fun. I practiced this for 9 years, I think, but every piece of that makes derby, I love it.
Yeah, and you can tell Kevin Ader has been so helpful, even to his own teammates. We've done several interviews. Kevin has come and translated for his disorder teammates. Who inspires you in roller derby?
Oh.
I threw you a trick question.
Yeah, I know. Who inspires me? Like, in which way? Like, inspires me, like.
So, as a skater, who inspires you? As a leader, who inspires you?
Ooh. I mean, that's a trick question because I admire a lot of skaters. Well, let me say a little bit. I will get back to this, but when I started derby, I discovered what my body was able to do, like in everything, because I don't know. So when I see other skaters skating, I love learning from them. So it's a hard question because I don't have one person in mind. I will have like a community, like multiple skaters that inspire me to be a better skater, better with my team, to try to communicate, to help. Yeah, I don't have a name for
That's okay.
Only one person that inspires me. I will say everyone.
So, what are your goals in this sport? Where do you see yourself next year, 2025?
Okay, I'm part of the bench staff for Team Mexico for the Women's World Cup. So that's a big goal for me also, because that's also part of the dream, you know. I now have knowledge. Now I can share it and apply it to help someone, to help an amazing skaters from Mexico. So I'm part of the bench staff. So you can imagine how I felt when the head coach told me, hey, I want your skills with me for the women's team. So that's one. And also for the future, maybe a little bit ahead, will be do the tryouts for Team Mexico and, well, get into Team Mexico and go to a men's World Cup. That would be fantastic. And a little bit more in the future. All this knowledge that I'm gathering, I know it's a privilege being here, like traveling and stuff, because there's people that can afford traveling in Mexico. So I want to gather all this knowledge and try to share with everyone I can in Mexico, because there's stuff that I never seen in Mexico in roller tournaments that I want to share with everyone.
So in 2025, Disorder is hosting their first tournament, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Okay, I think it's in May. We have the Tenochtitlan tournament, the first MRDA tournament in Mexico. We are really excited. I think the subscriptions are open yet, so go free because it will be pretty great, and we are pretty happy because we are going to skate at home as an MRDA team.
That's amazing. Kevin Nader is such an inspiration in roller derby. Such a great selection for the Batwing Award. At the medal ceremony, we will be giving it to a new recipient, and just like a crowning of Miss America, we are going to have Kevin Nader pass on that crown to the new recipient of the Batwing Award. Thank you so much for all you do. Disorder is one, I think, is an inspiration to all.
Thank you. I have just one more last thing.
Absolutely.
Because someone told me once in Mexico, what advice you would give to youngest skaters?
Mm-hmm.
I think that youngest skaters are crazy skilled. I cannot teach or say anything that they don't know about skating because they are crazy skilled. But from myself, what I can share to maybe younger skaters or to everyone is to enjoy every piece of derby, like every goal, every success, every fail, every game, every match. Enjoy it because roller derby allows you to do that. Enjoy, celebrate. Okay, you fall out. Okay, you win MVP. You won with your team. Every piece of that is amazing. This is a sport that's for shared, for community. Enjoy it because this is for you. This is for all of us.
Such amazing words from Kevin Nader. Well said, well summed up. The MRDA, we are for all. Tune in. We're going to see the St. Louis Gatekeepers against Denver Ground Control for the championships, and then we will have our medal ceremony after. I'm Pinky Donchadero with Kevin Nader.
Or we just have to crouch down. We can crouch. Look, we're in camera. If we stand fully up, we are too tall for the camera. We're both too tall for the camera. I think we're live on the stream right now. Hello, lovely people. I am Duke Special. I'm joined by the lovely 64 Quad Bit. Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
Usually a stream producer extraordinaire, and you've just played 2 incredibly difficult games of roller derby. How have you found that?
Difficult to accept. It was very small point margins, but there's always next year.
There is always next year, and I think this, as we said, now makes you the highest ranked stream producer in the world, which is a hell of a thing to take away on your CV. I mean, what's been your favourite thing this weekend?
Everyone's just enjoying it. Yeah. That's probably the best thing. This. Yeah. Really warm. But other than that, I'm just exhausted from the lack of sleep.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, the Fleety Rope has been my favourite thing this weekend. It's a really great choice. It's very cold in the dome.
It's the dressing gown fan club.
Yes, dressing gown fan club is where it's all at. And are you excited for this last game?
Yes, I have never seen Gatekeepers play.
Well, in that case, I'm going to do the standard like sports thing sign off then. What is your prediction? Who do you think is going to take home the cup this year?
I don't know enough about the stats of both teams, but I'd probably say let's give Denver a go.
That is the most production answer you could possibly give, and I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. You can go and rest now.
Thank you.
You've done it. Well done, Quaddy. Thank you, and thanks for listening to us. We're just going to stare at you.